It is my honor and my privilege to introduce one of the finest men I have ever met, one of the finest men who involved in politics. Chairman Howard Dean, Governor Howard Dean, the chairman of the Democratic National Committee, has led the Democratic National Committee with foresight and with vision unlike any other predecessor he has had. Come before him. No one prior to Chairman Dean has reached out to Indian country like this governor has. When he talks about putting Indians, giving us a place at the table and a place on the ticket, he truly means it. His visionary leadership is unparalleled. Please join me in welcoming the best chairman of the Democratic National Committee that Indian country has ever seen, our friend, chairman of the Democratic National Committee, Governor Howard Dean.
Thank you very much. My thanks to all of you for being here and for the opportunity to speak. It's my pleasure to welcome you to an historic event. This is the first time in our history that presidential candidates have gathered for a forum dedicated exclusively to the issues facing Indian country. I'm proud and honored to be a part of it. None of us would be here today if it weren't for the vision and leadership of Kalen Free. Kalen, I know how hard you worked to make this forum a reality, and I thank you for that and for all the work that you do at Indians List. I also want to thank Chairman Martin and the Tribal Council of the Morongo Band of the Mission Indians for hosting us today. This is extraordinary. Thank you so much for your hospitality. And I do want to say that we deeply appreciate all the work that the Democrats and Indian country, in Indian country and Indian country have done together. And we believe, however, that words are not the important part, it's what you do. So I am pleased to say that, and some of you know this already because it's been in the press, that in Denver for the convention, the Democratic Party is using the Native American Bank for depositing some of our money for that convention. And since we're not allowed to take interest by law, the Native American Bank is essentially benefiting from using that $2 million for as long as they need it until we reclaim it sometimes next year. So it matters not just to talk about what you do, it matters to build real partnerships. And this is one small way that we thought we could continue to do that. In 2006, the American people voted for real change, and we're beginning to deliver on that change. Our nominee as president will keep America moving in a new direction and deliver the America that we want. There are real differences in this election. Democrats offer change, and Republicans offering more of the same. Every single one of our Democratic presidential candidates will get us out of Iraq in a thoughtful and responsible way, and every single Republican except the Libertarian running wants to stay in Iraq, and they have aligned themselves with President Bush's failed strategy. All of our candidates will clean up the Republican culture of corruption. All of their candidates supported the commutation of the sentence of Scooter Libby and agreed with President Bush. All of our candidates have stood up already and passed a comprehensive health care bill so that every child in America under the age of 18 will get adequate health care. The President of the United States is vetoing it, and the Republicans are calling it socialized medicine. There is an enormous difference on issues of corruption, on issues of health care, on issues of foreign policy, particularly in Iraq, between every single Democrat and every single Republican. So this is an exciting time. You came to see the candidates. I deeply appreciate the growing links. I greatly appreciate the senators that you have elected in Indian country, such as Amy Klobuchar, such as John Tester, such as Tim Johnson, such as Maria Cantwell. None of those folks would be in office if it weren't for you and for Indians all over America participating in the political process. And I am so thrilled. I am so thrilled that as part of this presidential forum, that we are doing it in the context of training young people from all over Indian country to run for office and to be part of the political structure in this country. It is time to put an end to the idea of a place at the table and start talking about a place on the ticket and a place in the House and in the Senate. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Governor Dean.